do you sleep in anger, bro?
Me, I'm in sleep. Should we be talking about dishonesty in a Christian relationship?
For if a woman is saying the man is dishonest, I will just say the man is not born again.
That's it. I love it. I used to say that I cannot marry a man that does not have anybody he's accountable to. Yeah, babe. Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. How are you all doing today? It's so good to be back here. What's up? Today I'm back, and of course I'm not alone today. Yeah, I saw the comments. A lot of you have said, Mr. A, come to the channel again. Bring Mr. A. Okay. Mr. A is back. Yeah, I begged him to come. Because I wanted us to have a conversation around the topic you're saying already. Is about like red flags, deal breakers, and please, this conversation is not for married people. So if you are married, please help us to send this link to somebody that is single. Yeah, we don't do relationship or marriage advice. Okay, so we're not like relationship counselors or nothing. Okay, we are just sharing from our experiences, personal relationship and all of those things. So we're talking to singles. Okay, so single people, we're here for you. Okay, so please, I need us to just put that out so that nobody will not come and say Mary and her husband go down YouTube. I beg. We're just sharing from our own lead to contributing to the Lord's work in the life of single people, so that I don't want to hear from anybody from this channel go and marry. My mouth now go hear it I want to. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Mr. A, please appear. See, my husband has this sort of shakara kind of thing, and I don't know, Shabo, what will I do?
Welcome.
To come to the frame. I'm not in the frame.
I'm not in the frame.
What is this?
Hi guys.
Where are you coming?
Oh, I did. Sorry.
Oh my God, babe, remove this thing.
No, now.
It's not even cold. We're only wearing it because
these are broad vibes. Hi guys. Should they beg me? I have to. I have to beg.
You're a very wise person. Like, you're very intelligent.
So what are we talking about today?
We're going to like this. I'm telling you what is there. Love looks good on us. Love looks good on us.
So where do we start with
today?
Let's just get.
Have you greeted my people?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Say hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time.
Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good night, sleep well, whatever time it is you're watching this. It's Mr. A of Mrs. A.
Oh God, I can't deal with this guy.
I'm sorry.
I can move back.
I should move back.
Yeah.
I should move back.
Yeah.
You emoji fine. Check it. So baby, let's not.
Yeah. Let's be serious today. So baby, I want us to talk about red flags. Deal breaker. Babe, when we go into a relationship, did you have red flags?
For you?
Yeah.
Of red flags I was looking at for.
Yeah.
So I think for me, red flags are everybody has red flags.
Of course. Let's even establish that.
Everybody has flaws. Everybody has one thing or the other that we are not perfecting.
Of course.
However, before we delve into the cocoa of the matter, I feel or I think that red flags should not be a deal breaker just yet.
Okay.
So I think this for singles, married people,
you are married already.
So I think that if you set a relationship to look for red flags, you would see more than flags. You see billboards. So let's establish two different things.
Okay.
Don't set the tone of a relationship that is leading to marriage or a serious relationship that is heading towards altar on looking for red flags. You would see billions of flags and even flaws. So if you set the tone of a relationship to constantly see wrong, you would never see the right. You never see a good part of the person. So this conversation is not how to find the flags. This is just discussing our own personal experiences along this journey of relationship and everything. But do not set your relationship to say, I want to see if the person is this. People are not perfect. So we are always
Even you are not perfect.
Yes, we're always going to make mistakes. If you now turn the mistakes to a flag without giving the person an audience to maybe explain, change, you just made a judgment because of something. Because you have set your heart to look for a flaw, you would see. You would see. So this is not what it should be about. Don't prioritize your relationship. I want to see whether she's a perfect person or is a good. No, as I said, I'm still not good.
You are good in Jesus. You are good in Jesus.
Nobody.
Yeah, I think that generally we're just a work in progress.
Yes,
that's it. We're just a work in progress.
But if you are looking at a work in progress and you're always looking for mistakes, you are not trying to be the one that is never with a mistake, then there's going to be problems.
So I think that we're going to get into the conversation of
so let's establish that part.
Yeah. I think one of the things that I noticed when we were courting was that maybe seriously, we said we don't talk about.
We were courting. You say we are not giving.
This life, there's nothing God cannot do. There's nobody God cannot change their story.
Yes. Yes.
So
I testify.
So there was a time. There was when we were courting. Yeah, I think there was a reality that dawned on me, and I had to accept that reality. And the reality was that a genuine relationship, right, that's leading to marriage, that relationship would test your strengths and your weaknesses.
The relationship
and
would expose.
It will
remove all the wrappers around you.
When you become comfortable with the person you are in that relationship with, when you get to that level where you are comfortable, not because you are laid back. No, that's not what I'm saying. When you come to that point that this is my person, I'm getting married to this person.
Forming.
You are not forming again. You are not pretending. So you are like at home with the person. I think I got to that point in our relationship, and in my mind, I couldn't believe some of the things that I began to notice about myself, or the things that that became highlighted. I could not believe. Like, I was looking at myself like, I was not this kind of person, or maybe I had never been in a situation that would bring out that side of me. I'm not even going to lie.
Yep.
I was shook. But I think what made it easier for us was that we talked about it, right? We talked about it, and I was
before
ready
going to the talking. This thing you said is more about growth and developing yourself while you wait. Don't mix it.
That's self-awareness, that's self-development.
While you are thinking about marriage, you're thinking how to settle down with this person. In the process, what are you doing? So most of the things she would say, or people will tell you that, someone would have said it one way or the other. But because you are not matured enough to understand, you would always defend yourself. You always want to, no, it's not me. My brother, that's who you are. So let's just get into it. Let me start. I will speak for the men. She will speak for the women.
Okay.
Then we'll try to balance on both ends.
Okay.
So what is a red flag to a guy might not be a red flag to a woman.
True.
Most guys don't have red flags. They don't see a lot of red flags. We don't have a plenty list. The number one red flag I know for a guy is disrespect. Most guys or most men love respect 90%. If you are loving them, don't remove the cap of respect. You still leave it on in the playfulness, in the get out of here. That is one flag that most guys use to judge. I'm not doing. If you see a guy that is not in the game and it's not out of abuse, if you check it, you are somehow along the way you have done something and he considered it as disrespect. To the lady, she might not see that thing she did was disrespect. So what's the number one flag?
Okay, so I think so. Let me first of all establish that before you even like this thing you said about developing yourself.
Yes,
it takes somebody who is very, very self-aware to be able to identify the things that are red flags for them.
A person that is ready to improve.
Yeah. A person that is ready to improve, a self-aware, a person that also knows what their self-worth is.
Self-worth has money inside you. No, but I'm just joking.
It takes you to come to that level.
Self-realization of
to know that I think let me even say for me, some of the things that I used to say that if the guy has this thing, I can never marry the person. Right? I used to say like I cannot. Yeah.
They will do.
I think this respect you talk about is also vice. It's on both sides.
Yeah,
There are some guys that do not have a single item of respect for anybody.
So it's dicey. So we are talking about red flags. One red flag I know is disrespect for guys. A woman that does things casually, maybe in the presence of people, the way you respond. Most guys summarizes most of the things as disrespect. Most guys, and like they will say things like, "Get your value me." That sister does not rate me. That sister does not reference me. They will not want to use respect directly. But one red flag is disrespect. So for ladies, tell us.
I think for ladies, I don't want to speak generally, right? So let me just speak for myself. Yeah. I think that one red flag would be dishonesty.
Okay.
Like a man who you cannot hold his word for it. Like honest. Let me ask you a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, ma'am. Let me answer.
Should we be talking about?
That's what I wanted to say.
Should we be talking about dishonesty in a Christian relationship?
So
should we be talking about this red flag in a Christian?
If we do this, I'm going to go back again.
How?
To the basics. I don't use the word. You are not qualified to put the people in a relationship in a box. If both parties have not had personal experience with God, their lives are not regenerated. The root of sin is natural in man to be sinful. It's a reflex act. It's a normal.
Adamic nature.
It's Adamic. But when you now go back to things as dishonesty, if a woman is saying the man is dishonest, I will just say the man is not born again.
That's it. I love it. No, I love it. I'm serious.
Painting.
I love it.
So let's remove anything
all this dishonesty, lying.
Those things that are there are things that can be solved on the cross. That you can nail to the cross. You can crucify that thing. That's not called a red flag. A brother is in the church, he's working in the choir, or he's a minister, or he's doing something, and he's lying. If you cannot address it and say this thing you did was a lie, and you say, oh, the red flag he had was lying, sister, something's wrong with your salvation, or something's wrong with your relationship with God. So most of those big words we call all those things still boils down to the fact that do you have a relationship with God? Do you have a working? People have beginning relationships, not a continuous walk. So we had a relationship some time ago. We left God where He is. You went your way. So it's possible that a lot of things might have filtered and brings dishonesty and brings lying and brings sincerity. So, but it's still a red flag.
Yeah.
A man that lies.
Let's just say that a man that is not a Christian is a big banner, red banner. A woman that is not a child of God.
But let's be balanced as well. The criteria for a good marriage is not Christianity.
Of course.
There are simple principles.
Yeah.
Because
that if you follow it
would work.
Yeah.
But when you bring it into the context of Christianity, is what we are now saying.
Yeah.
But when you now take it outside on a general face value, that is where the dishonesty comes into play. So if you are talking on a general view, we have people that are not going to church and they live happy lives. They live good, they have good marriages. So dishonesty is a flag.
Let me mention. Okay, let's agree that maybe dishonesty is a flag.
Yes, we have agreed before.
Okay.
For both parties.
For both parties, yeah.
Women can be very dishonest also, bro.
Baby.
Yes.
Stop attacking my sisters.
No, my sisters, I'm just telling you, they give you money, you not come back with change. Dishonest.
A brother too that is expecting change. What's that safe?
That's the point. This thing you said
No.
now. Dishonesty.
No.
This one. Don't worry, move on.
Baby, you know what? I know they don't change now. Even you know they ask for change. How you go to ask me for change? I will not say that within account for
what I mean is you were to buy something, and dishonesty, I think, is not even the big things. You have to buy something for your partner, and it's 1,500. Okay. Why say 3,000?
That one is cheap. Only now.
It's also dishonest. That's
only
and you now said that the 3,000 is for transport. When you came back, how much did you buy it? Oh, I bought it 3,000, but that was not the amount. That is honest. So
what I actually want to say, and this one was very critical for me. Like, it was something I used to say even before I got into any relationship. I used to say that I cannot marry a man that does not have anybody he's accountable to. Yeah, babe. See, I used to say this one a lot too. That if I'm going to marry a man, if I'm going to marry you, like, I would know people that are able to call you to order when you.
Why you say define the man when they go out of order?
Baby, sometimes. Sometimes
you are looking for a man that's, well, you see, God, the love that the Lord have to us.
No, baby.
But let's be true.
As humans, yeah,
accountability
was a very big deal for me because I know I'm accountable to a lot of people. If I mess up, I know people. Even to the posts I write on social media, Facebook, everything. There are some people that when they read my posts, they're like, Mary, no, now don't do that.
You've been accountable to me before you got married to me.
Calm down. He said I've been accountable to you before I got married.
I think
even to my friends, there's some friends that maybe some things I'm writing on my status. They'll be like, Mary, now you don't pass that. I beg. I'm accountable to those things, that look like, it's not.
So that's your
accountability was so a man that is not accountable and does not want to even have, because let me even say something.
Okay.
And it's one thing for you not to maybe be accountable to somebody personally, but when your partner probably says that I want you to be, let's be accountable.
Okay.
You should, as a partner who is willing to be teachable, who is willing to learn, you shouldn't be seeing it as a big deal. Personally, I feel like some men have that, in quotes, that ego of them not being willing to be accountable to anybody, and it is part of the thing. They don't want to submit under anybody's leadership.
Before we.
I know I'm saying a lot of
don't calm down. Let's just be very practical. When you say submit, a man rarely submit to people, because we have our makeup, our thinking is to lead. On most fronts is to lead. So the idea of taking orders, taking instructions naturally does not work. Hence, that is not the basis for unaccountability.
Yeah.
A man must be accountable. The Bible says if a man is going to be a pastor, it must be a man of. There are criteria for accountability.
Bishop,
So if a man is meant to be a bishop, be a man of one wife, he must be able to teach his children. Yeah. So that's accountability. But if we're talking about red flags, when you talk with a guy, and the problem I think most people might have is, do you ask the salient questions before you are blinded totally with love?
Love the blind person.
Before you would be able to excuse those things as nothing.
You just say,
ask before you fall yakata, like you are fall finish. Ask most of the questions. Who is he accountable to? What does he read? Who does he hear? Who doesn't he hear? Those are how you know if the person is accountable to might not be someone he physically even knows.
You know the day you told me that you were listening to, there's particular I don't want to mention. There's particular message you told me you were listening to
I didn't
on YouTube one time like that, and you were telling me that was also pastor said something. It was on marriage. In my mind, I'm like, so this guy is on this seminar.
Let's even say this.
How did you even find the time to be?
No, the point is this. How did I find the time? I think when all before relationship, I believe in not being. You have to be deep. I give counsels to people. I have my friends that are married. That when I want to marry the guy, we go sit down. We diagnose the guy.
So you say
no, it's not about. I'm not saying I'm a counselor. Hello. And I'm not saying I will not be a counselor. Hello. But I'm saying that my friends would always look out for me, and I will also look out for them.
Right,
Babe, how far that guy won't marry? What? Tell me. So we would give each other. We'll pray. So it's just something that has been there. So when you say a guy that is not accountable, who does he listen to? Who doesn't he listen to? Some persons that there's some books that I should not just say you should not be reading them. So those are the people you are not to listen to. So at the point of deciding to start a life, there should be some things that you should have done fundamentally, background wise. Have you found depth? Because you're not just coming. Okay, what will you be doing when you get married? Do you get what you do? So you have to be able to.
You are just facing your life. You're just continuing living.
You don't. So let's say you have a job. You wake up.
You just continue.
Just keep living your life, but you're living in the presence of someone.
That's right.
And your actions will be judged every day because you are living in the presence of someone. So accountability is key. Because why? It's possible that as men, we want something to go in a certain way, and we're trying to do it our way, and the woman is feeling isolated or she's not happy about it, she should be able to hold somebody accountable to you.
Yeah.
That I'm trying to reach my husband on this. So let's begin a scenario. Boarding school. Just one, just two. Mommy saying, I love boarding school. Daddy saying, no, I want to train each other too. And we are saying our job schedules do not permit. And this now degenerates into a conflict, degenerates into an argument. Words now start to fly. Before you know it.
Even having housemates.
Oh, let's even use housemaid. So, and I'm saying I don't want an housemaid, and she's saying she wants an housemaid. Who is he accountable to? So the accountability is, who can you reach out to? Not reporting him, but the mention of that person alone resolves the differences. Accountability should not be that I want to report you to your father. No. If she ever have to, after you have tried to resolve issues, and the last result is that I'm going to call so and so person that we both know, that should even resolve it. So accountability, if a man is not ready to be accountable, or find people, not even when you are married, while you are courting, this for single people, look for people that you should submit your relationship to, and be accountable to them. So she brings it up, and babe, do you have a mentor? We both look for people that we submit all the knowledge we have to them, and make them our accountability partners.
And they are aware.
Not the one that they are aware. You go meet them. You meet them. You tell them, daddy, mommy, or one person, daddy, you be our accountant.
Yes.
We don't know.
Choose you.
We choose you.
By the Spirit of God.
This is what we want. So let's move on from that. Second thing for me is short-fused anger. Everybody is not a flag. It's a billboard. Everybody has a threshold of anger. But I would not marry a woman that sparks. If I was praying for the will of God, I was thinking about you, and you explode, I won't pray again. And I'm saying this generally because the Bible says it's better to stay in the rooftop alone than to stay in a house full of riches with an angry woman. We need to find that Bible verse in the Bible.
I'll put it there, don't worry.
You cannot stay with rage. Anger comes with a lot of things. Before you know it, she has broken the TV that we invested. And the man now reacts. You now say, oh, what has happened should be resolved. So for me, anger
was a big red flag.
Because I grew up in a family where from the beginning I had known anger as a sin. The rage of anger is, it burns, and it's easy to sow other weeds, hatred, bitterness, unforgiving, because you're angry.
So let me just say something. Like when we started out, like when we in the early years of our,
can you imagine
courtship,
early years of cash?
Of course, now.
Baby.
I think you're 2 years plus now.
Come on, it.
Okay. During those times, so I think one of the things that I didn't know that was a weakness for me was anger. Okay, I'm going to explain, and it's not anger that is projected outside. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I expect that things are done in a certain way. Okay, I expect that maybe things go a particular way. If it doesn't go that way, I'm not happy. It's not like I'm flaring up and I'm breaking. No. I'm just not happy. Okay, I'm not happy. I'm not pleased.
That's the English.
Displeased. Now, baby, I want to highlight something, because I also want to communicate that there's need for us to let us call some emotions what it is.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Because I remember that that was one of the things we started doing at the early period of our relationship. Sometimes my husband will say something and I'll react to them. I'm not angry. This is not anger. I'm not angry. I'm not feeling angry. I'm not just happy that you did this. And I'll communicate it in a way that you would understand, and then you got it right. But what I began to actually also notice that, how am I getting angry like this? What is it? I've written a mail about this before to my those on my mailing list, that when it was this relationship that highlighted some of those things that I knew I needed to work on for me. I started to read book. Okay, how do you manage your anger? How do you not respond, in the heat of an argument? How do you calm down? How do you express yourself calmly? How do you extend grace? I began to learn. In fact, I began to pray about those things. Hey, you are not gonna spoil my life because hey, I'm gonna marry this man.
so for me, baby, I cannot survive. I mean, to say this.
Yeah, it's okay.
I can't survive in an environment that has chaos.
Yeah.
That has a form of anger, bitterness, unhappiness. We will use those words to express anger, but the origin. I'm unhappy with what you did, but you're angry with it.
Yeah.
I'm displeased with what you are doing, but what she's actually depicting is, you know
that anger also has levels.
There is no accepted level.
Baby. Even the Bible says you should be angry and sin not. The sun should not go down your anger. The Bible yeah, because no, baby.
Are you the Bible?
See, no, anger is an emotion that is valued. Don't.
I'm not. No, I'm not general. I'm not discrediting
your anger will be justified.
I'm saying on your journey to marriage, you should be able to know what your red flag is. Because that red flag is a flag that awakens you to reality. Me, I cannot deal with her sparking. On
any small thing.
Okay, for example, now a friend of mine is calling me. Me and the friend have known tikpe. Padi me, this is my G, my friend. Can call me anytime. Now that call comes in. I pick the call. Maybe it's 1 a.m. in the night, and I pick the call. She didn't even know what the call was about. This person might have not spoken with the person in maybe 6 months, and the person just calls maybe at 1:30 because of the relationship we've had, and the person is a lady. Let me make it obvious now.
And then I'm angry.
I've not dropped the call. The body language that is coming from the bed is enough to hit the duvet. That is what I'm talking about. A short fused on it's anger. But we say you're not following up on him, you are angry somebody. Because it would lead to a lot of things. We see it on the papers, people killing their husbands. You didn't even know what happened. You didn't know. So I cannot deal with someone that is short fused. You should be able to, that's where the grace comes into. You should be able to long suffer. You should be able to not tolerate nonsense. So
that's I love that.
At the same time,
can you repeat it, sir?
At the same time, there is tolerance. And as you keep maturing, your tolerance level should always be wider. That's the truth.
You're sounding like you understand the
I don't understand it. So for me, that was another flag.
So let me say something. I think another flag that I was not going to condone, was any form of violence or abuse. Any form of it. I'm talking like emotional abuse, emotional violence. I'm talking like, because see, domestic violence is on another level. You can't even raise your hand. You cannot try it. You understand? There's nobody. You understand? That's even on another level. No. But I'm saying that because again, I'm saying this again because you see, in our Christian setting, a lot of us know that we cannot beat our spouses. You cannot beat me, I cannot beat you. You understand? Christ has nailed down to the cross.
Amen. Hallelujah.
But the other part that we don't also talk about very well is emotional abuse, silent treatment. You don't get what I'm saying? Neglect.
Okay.
See, let me tell you. If I'm not happy with you, we will still talk.
I think we should do this now. So, but this is what I want to say about emotional abuse. A man should use his immediate family as
testing point, testing ground.
If you know you want to get married, it's an intentional decision. You didn't wake up and they were you could no. Don't tell me you did not know. You didn't wake up and they say there's a hall, you come and dance. It was intentional, So when you get in mind, how do you relate to your sisters as a guy? How do you relate to your mom? Now your mom can beat you. How do you address? That's how to know whether you can be an emotional abuser. Your sister is always believing you. Fine. But the emotional abuse is the way you respond. Even the money you give her is worthless at the end of the day. That's an emotional abuse.
Where the abuse are life.
You have to work on it. Because the pressures might say you might give an excuse for emotional abuse. But at the end of the day, marriage is not less. Relationships are like a platter. What you write on it,
that's what you get.
Is what will reflect to you. So if you are writing emotional, you are disregarding an emotion. And guys, Baba, no, call this thing. Women are emotional beings.
What's in that cry?
They are emotional.
Don't cry.
They are emotional. And you
I'm not even
need
joking.
that emotion.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
I used to say, like, if a man has pregnancy, he will go out and forget that he has pregnancy. When he come back, they will ask him where is the belly. He say, I began belly before. We are not wired that way. But God has given you a place to handle it. So how do you handle you being no, she's requesting for something. How do you handle it? And still makes her
How do you even
emotion
communicate it?
valid at the end of the day. So for her, she said emotional abuse.
Yeah, any form of abuse. Any
Silent.
form of...
I think you need to set. You need to set bound. You need to set ground rules for your relationship.
Honestly, hey,
This thing I want to say now. If we had disagreements,
yeah,
she's convenient in taking her time. You see that I dread the time.